put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. I am Adana Kambi, and we begin conversation this morning in studio with our guest. We're speaking with Delicia Boris, and she is the founder of Glorious Touch Health and Wellness Spa. Good morning, Delicia, and welcome to our show. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me here.
Right. So we're talking about Glorious Touch. It's a health and wellness spa. Tell us a little bit about the spa, when it started, and the type of services that you offer there.
So Glorious Touch basically, well, we've actually been open for almost 4 years now. Mm-hmm. Started because we needed someone to actually take care of my late grandfather. He was diabetic and couldn't walk because he was actually 90 years old when he was alive. And with that, we couldn't find anyone who specialized in diabetic pedicures. So me being in the medical field, I went and learned to do it, and I fell in love with it. Seeing the before and after of people's feet, the calluses, the corn, the fungal infection, it was amazing knowing that some people's feet tell a story where they work, and knowing that I was making a difference in people's lives. I have no regrets going into this type of field.
Awesome. So there must be some sort of certification to get this done. And you went and you said you learned, so you got your certification and you're certified in offering this type of service.
Yes. So I went to Whitep and learned beauty therapy. Then afterwards, I went and do nail art level 1 and 2 with ministry. Also, I'm certified in health screening level 2. I also learned to do type of fungal infection, so continuing those type of treatments with that. Also, I'm in the Diabetic Association, so all those type of things help me knowing to take care of people's feet.
Right, and I'm feeling the fact that you're really attached to this, and I like the story about the beginning of this spa as it relates to somebody who is close to your loved one, who is close to you, and providing that type of care for him and for persons who might have the same or similar situation in their lives. Sometimes we really take for granted care, self-care, mental health care, body care, skin care, eye care. We take a lot of things for granted. You get a headache and it's like, I'll just take a Panadol and take a rest. Sometimes we need to see a specialist to ensure that everything is okay where we are. And if everything isn't okay, to be able to treat whatever the situation is. And so you provide this service with foot care. So tell us, what is the importance, or what are the important elements, or why is it important to take care of your feet in general? And as you said, your feet tell us stories. So tell us a little bit about some of the stories you've come across and the importance of taking care of your feet.
So as soon as we get up from bed and as soon as we go back to bed, our feet never takes a day off. And our feet is our foundation, basically the body foundation. We shouldn't be waiting until something happens to our feet, or as I just tell my clients, we get into our younger years to take care of our feet. So with that, our feet need to be pampered. You always take care of your nails, you take care of your hair. Why don't you spend time to take care of your feet? And I could always remember one story of a client. She was so embarrassed to actually come to our spa just to take care of her feet because she'd been getting a lot of horrible calluses and even with clump nails and nail infection. So when she actually chose to come to my spa and I walk her through what to use, over-the-counter products, she was so happy to the point she started to cry because she went to one place and they actually turned her away stating, oh, we don't take care of that. And it's for years she's been suffering, and that shouldn't be. So with that, I just always tell persons, don't be embarrassed to come and take care of your feet. Even I just do a Q&A every week, every Friday, because persons actually started to send me certain questions of what to do if I have this issue. So they send me anonymously on Instagram or on Facebook to say, if I have this issue, what to do? If I have that issue, what to do? So anyway, I could answer those type of questions. I will state, hey, what to do if I have this issue? What to do if I have that issue? In whatever way I could answer.
And what is the most extreme case that you've ever had to deal with, or the most challenging case you've ever had to deal with?
I had a client that had a nail under his feet both feet actually, and he did not know. So when I asked my clients, do you have diabetes or a history of diabetes in your family? So I actually had a client, he came to do his feet, his girlfriend actually forced him. She made an appointment and said, hey, well, sit down in the chair. And as soon as he raised his feet, when I do the foot analysis, I said, hey, you know, you have a nail under your foot. And it's like, really? I said, yes, you're not feeling anything? He said, no. So I had to tell him, do you have diabetes in your family? He said yes. So I actually had a glucose machine and I tested, and he was actually in the 300 and plus range. That's way too high. So I had to explain to him, you need to go A&E as soon as possible because you're not getting any feelings. I started, hey, you're feeling this, you're feeling that. He said no. I said, look, you need to go to A&E, they need to take this out. He actually wanted me to still do his foot, take out the nail, everything. I said, no, I am not certified for that. I'm not a nurse. You need to go to A&E. And he said the nail could stay there. He don't care. He don't want to go to the doctor.
But the good thing about it is that you have that medical background that you were able to assess that,
yes,
and to, you know, to make that recommendation for him to go to A&E. So I see, and I'm connecting now with the importance of the need for that type of care. And now we're talking about Carnival. We're talking about Carnival 2024 and the fact that we need to pay attention, of course, to our feet. Why is it important at this time to care for our feet in that way?
Because around Carnival time, a lot of persons does take their foot for granted, knowing that they'll be buying a lot of sneakers, especially online, wearing ill-fitting shoes, and afterwards they'll be complaining about aches and pains to the point that you've seen a lot of swelling, a lot of corns, ingrown toenails, for example. And even being out in the sun, you've seen a lot of blisters of the skin. And with that, you need to be very careful. Not because you're having a lot of fun in Carnival, that means you have to neglect your feet. Don't ever neglect your feet. That's it. Your feet need to be pampered and need to be taken care of.
And how can persons connect with you should they want to, engage your services? Because there are people who I hope are listening to this and now are paying attention to, oh, I might have an issue, or oh, I have something that I probably should pay attention to, and I couldn't find somebody who I know is able to take care of this. Because people usually go to the spa, as you say, just for a regular pedicure, just to polish their nails and just do the regular, foot soak and foot scrubs. But when you're talking about an issue, a specific issue, an isolated issue that regular spas do not attend to, because they do the beautification aspect of it, which is also very important, pampering yourself and stuff like that. But when they have a specific issue like this and they need somebody to speak to, I feel comfortable coming to your spa should I have a foot problem, based on the conversation we're having now, because I feel as if you do care. I feel as if you, and especially because of where your spa started. So I know that there is some measure of care and compassion for persons suffering or having these issues. Some of them subduing them, some of them, as you say, embarrassed to approach somebody. How does somebody connect with you if they even have a suspicion that there's an issue with their feet that they need attention to?
Well, they can contact me at 477-3110. Also, I'm on social media on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook on Glorious Touch TT, GLOIOUSTOUCHTT.
Right, awesome. And what are your days and times of operation?
So I work on weekdays, 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. Also on Saturdays from 9:30 to 5 p.m.
Awesome. And I mean, you've given me a few stories about some of your clients, and you've said that some of them have come back even crying, because they have seen the results. How does that make you feel, knowing that you have been able to impact some measure of change to relieve some measure of insecurity and pain and embarrassment from their situation?
One thing I always say, especially to my mom, because my mom is one of the persons who's always cheer me on, I just say I'm glad that because of my grandfather, I just always say he's my superhero that pushes me with it. I'm glad that he's the one who got me into this, and I am grateful that I'm doing this to be making a difference in people's lives.
Right. And what are some of the things you want to encourage people about their foot care, not just for Carnival, but in general? Or how do you identify that there's an issue that you need to pay attention to, and not just a regular spa will be able to help you with? And what are some of the signs that you can look for to tell yourself, okay, I really need to go and see Delicia, I really need to go to Glorious Touch Wellness Spa? What are some of the telltale signs that could lead you to coming to your spa?
So for sure, like if you have any fungal infection, if you're seeing any discoloration in your nails, if you're seeing any flaking in the nails, also that is a sign of a fungal infection in the nails. If you're seeing anything, that burning sensation between the toes, any type of crumbling or type of redness between the toes, that for sure that's a sign of athlete's foot. You can also come to Glorious Touch. And lastly, if you know you're getting problem with your calluses and you're getting issues getting rid of that, come to us. As I said, those things don't have an issue with Glorious Touch. We just deal with all those things. You don't need to be embarrassed with that. Trust me, we've seen it all, we heard it all, we smell it all. Nothing don't scare us. We dealt with it.
Right. And you know, the thing about it is I like the fact that that final touch you just put there, we've seen it all, we've heard it all, we smell it all. And these are some of the things that people are embarrassed by, right? And so because you're extending that open invitation, it kind of reduces that feeling of anxiety.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to expose my weakness, so I'm going to expose my flaws to somebody. But I appreciate that you are so open and that you're so welcoming to persons who have these issues, because there are issues that we really need to deal with, you know. And I am certain that confidentiality is important.
Yes.
where your operation is concerned, because you've not mentioned any names or made any references, only just to situations and circumstances, which we really truly appreciate. And I really hope, I want to encourage our viewers this morning. You spoke about some things that we take for granted. Ill-fitting shoes, sometimes, especially women, we try to fit into shoes because it's trendy, it's nice, it's cute, and sometimes we're doing an ill service to ourselves. We are causing unnecessary pain and trauma to our feet. So we want to ensure that we wear the right size shoes. We want to ensure that it's a comfortable fit. We want to make sure that there's no sweating, no excess sweating in between the toes and stuff like that. So I just want to encourage you, even for this carnival period, to pay attention to some of those things. I know some of the footwear come with the costumes. So let us try to ensure that we have the right size, the right material for our skin. Make sure that there's enough breathing room so that you can have a good time and not cause yourself any unnecessary trauma. Is there anything else that you want to tell our viewers before we wrap this conversation?
Yes, so as I always tell my clients, make sure and treat yourself as the king or queen that you are. Pamper yourself, you deserve it.
Awesome. Thank you so very much for coming in this morning and shedding some necessary light on that fact. I mean, we talk about self-care and we talk about going to the spa, getting massages, manicures, pedicures. But when we're talking about our actual health, this is about our health. And so we are very grateful that you came in this morning to give us some information on that. Tell us one more time how we can reach you if we want to access your services.
Sure, no problem. You can contact Glorious Touch Spa at 477-3110 or on social media at Glorious Touch TT, GLOIOUSTOUCHTT.
All right. Thank you so very much, Delicia, for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be speaking with Delicia Boris, founder of Glorious Touch and Health Wellness Spa, taking care of your feet as a result of trying to find someone to take care of her grandfather who is now departed. And she is giving all the care and attention to your feet. So I believe that this is a trusted service. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go for a short break before we continue conversations in studio with our guest. And before we go, of course, we are going to invite you, and I hope you're going to join me as we invite our audience to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be back.